Okay, welcome to video number 2 of the ruffle sweater left front. Okay, so we're going to start at the center. We got to do 3, 1, 2, 3. So we start here, 2 together, and then 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 together. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leaving it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then these should be 2 together, but they're not. We're just going to leave those. So now we're going to move everybody forward. Removing the weights. Being gentle and careful. Make sure everything's open. How predictable. Everything looks good. Okay, gonna close those doors. Can you even see what I'm doing? Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, let me move my camera again. Okay, so closing the doors on the needles. And now very gently teasing the stitches off and onto the garter bar. Okay. Everybody's good. So we're reducing this side to 25. And this side we go to 35. Not a big deal. We're not really going to put them all on 35. Okay. Starting at the right side. Okay, and that's it for this. All right, so now we do need to move this one more stitch this way. So let's take the last 3. 1, 2, 3. Put that one back. You want to make sure that your stitch isn't too tight. You want to loosen them up just a little bit. You don't want to have any warping. All right, so now those last 5 stitches make up the back side of the button band. So now we will simply E-wrap them. Easy as can be. If you have one of these claw weights for socks, you can very gently put one on there so that those don't jump off. All right, so I'm just going to put the triangle weight on that last seam. And then I'll move it over here. I want to put as little pressure on the individual stitches that I can. Normally I have 3 of these triangle weights. One's currently in use on another project. Okay, taking a deep breath. Need to reset that to all zeros. Now, in order to keep ourselves in line, let's take a contrast thread and let's hang it on stitch 25. Let's just give it a little clip. I want to have an easy time of sewing, so I'm going to hang a contrast thread on stitch 25 every time my carriage is on the left hand side. I know that makes absolutely no sense, but it will in the end, because then I will have an easier time with that stitch. I'm going to move this camera again because it keeps falling down, and we'll see if we can't get the entire bed into the frame. Okay, taking a deep breath, have a sip of coffee. You're at row count 00. You're at 35 left and 25 right. The armhole is on this side. The buttons are on this side. We will also need a contrast thread. Let's use orange for where we put the buttons. Now these buttons we will need to mark I believe 10, 10, so 1, so 27 and 32. So why don't we take a marker right now? One of my favorite ones. So 27 and 32. So there and there we are going to mark our buttons with just a simple little yarn loop, and then we will draw it through the front after. I hope that makes a little bit more sense. I will have to remind myself to mark the buttons because I tend to forget about them, because I don't usually do buttons or buttonholes, but this time we are going to do buttons and buttonholes. Again, we're taking a deep breath. We're going to jump right in and we're going to knit this piece. Deep breath. So here we go. Go very gently. Looking good. I've already forgotten to mark my stitches, so I'm going to very quickly hang the stitch back on the thing. I got rather excited, I guess. I'm going to drop 25, put the stitch forward, hang that over top, backwards, and pull the stitch through. Okay. No worries. It takes time to remember to do things. I got a lot of things going on at once. Deep breath, going again. Just going to pull this out. It's not going to be a big deal. I will put a clip on it though, so it has a little bit of weight to it. Okay. So this is row 4. Row 5. Oh, sorry, that was row 6. This is row 7. Now we need to mark for our buttonholes. So I'm going to take this really, really nice contrast yarn. I'm going to make myself a couple loops. So I said that one. Scissors. This one. Okay, so 32 and 27. I'm going to clip it. And clip it. Deep breath. Continuing. Okay, I just ran out of the yarn, so I got to start another bunch here. I mean, another ball. So I'm going to pause this and then we'll do that. Well, I'm just glad that I ran out on this side and not on the opposite side. So these are similar colors. So I'm just going to drop it, pick it up, hold it, and knit across, and continue. We are at row 9, going for row 10. So there's row 10. I am going to trim this, however, so that it doesn't interfere with my feet. Okay, that's row 10. Gotta hang this stitch. Deep breath, knit across. Make sure that we hold that for another couple seconds. And we will continue. I would have thought that this would be another button, but it's not. We actually have another 10 rows to go. That explains a lot, actually. Deep breath and continuing. Seven more rows to go. We're at row 20. All right, 3 more rows to go. So we've hung that one. 1, 2, hang it. Oh, went backwards. 1 second. Try and make sure that you always hang this the same direction. Okay, so now we take our contrast again. Well, let's just put that in there. Okay, so we're going to hang again. At 27 and 32. Move the clips. You can now release the E-wrap. Give it a little attention so that it loosens up a bit. Just use a claw weight on it instead. It just doesn't need a lot of weight on it anymore. So just enough for balance. Now we're going to go across for row 24. Hang the edge and continue. This is row 32, no changes. Row 34, 4 more rows to go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we hang, we grab, and we mark. Nothing changes. And now we continue. Okay, we're going to call it for time, and we'll continue in the next video.